So the forearm donor site is often the part of phalloplasty that feels the most vulnerable. Between the 2-week splint use, the wound care, and the swelling, it's a lot to navigate. Today, I'm breaking down the wound care for the donor arm, from the first shower to long-term scar care, so you can protect your arm and get your mobility back. So just a little disclaimer before we get started. I am a peer navigator, I'm not a doctor. Every surgeon has a different protocol for wound care, so just use this video as logistics. Just always follow your surgeon's specific instructions. Alright, let's get into it. So first, we're going to talk about the arm splint. So you will have that for 2 weeks. You will only take it off for bandage changes and when you shower. You will do hand exercises 3 times per day, and I will insert a clip of those so you can follow those. I did those religiously, and it really helped with my hand mobility and my wrist. So you want to make sure that you aren't moving your wrist until you're cleared, so you're going to be allowed to do the finger exercises and then nothing with the wrist until you're cleared. Next is bandaging. So you'll likely bandage for 3 weeks. Again, this varies with the surgeon and it varies with your healing time. So usually it's a wet bandage. So you'll put bacitracin on, and then you'll put zero form, which is kind of like wet, like petroleum based, like yellow sheets. And then you'll put some fluff gauze for cushioning. You'll put Curelex gauze around, and then you'll finish with Ace Wrap. You will do this bandage change once per day after you shower. So what I found helpful is I did this bandage change in the bed, and then I just propped my arm up on 2 pillows like this, and so that gave me access to my arm, and then my mom would just assist me. And I did most of the wound care myself, and then she kind of like helped wrap things around. A little tip is when you shower, it needs to be covered for a little while until you're cleared. So what I use is the plastic cast covers that you can get on Amazon. And then once you're cleared, you can actually wash gently with soap and water. So because you're basically one-handed during this phase, it's super important to have all your supplies ready before surgery. So I've put together a medical item list from everything from the plastic cast covers to the gauze that you need and my supply checklist. It's a free download. The link is in my description. Next is elevation. So you're going to want to have your arm elevated on 2 pillows when you're sitting or laying down. So this helps reduce swelling and that throbbing sensation. Once your arm is fully healed, your team will likely allow you to wear a compression glove to help with the swelling. Mastering these dressing changes is probably the most biggest learning curve in recovery. If you want a full step-by-step walkthrough of these procedures and how to troubleshoot the healing process, join the waitlist for my Deep Water the Phalloplasty Recovery System. It's a complete navigational map for this entire journey. The link is in the description below. So once you hit the 3-week mark, you should be able to switch to Aquaphor only on the 100% healed parts. And then once you're cleared, you can do scar care. Usually they recommend the silicone scar sheets, and this will help fade in and flatten your scars. And then you can also use bio oil to massage your scars. This helps soften them as well. So I would put the sheets on during the day, and then I would massage the bio oil on at night. You can also request a referral to physical therapy. So this helps with wrist mobility and strength. Some people need it and some people don't. I didn't need it. I was able to do the exercises that I needed at home and gain full functionality back. So in conclusion, try to be very patient with a donor arm. You just have had major surgery on it. Keep it elevated. Do your hand and wrist exercises and stay steady, and I'll see you in the next one.